I believe that God has a plan for each and every one of our lives. Just remember that sometimes, in the beginning, you may be the only one who can see it. Thank you for inviting me for tea. But let's get down to it. The real reason why you wanted me to come over to talk. As your best friend, it is my duty to stop you before you make a disaster of your life. Honey, how do I put this nicely? You're in over your head. How can you even think about going to grad school? You're too busy. I mean, you have 2 little ones, you have a husband, you have a household to manage, and as a wife, it's your responsibility to take care of the family. I mean, I just don't understand where on God's green earth you're going to find the time to do all of these things. I mean, at one point last year here, if I'm not mistaken, you were thinking about starting a business. And now you're thinking about going back to school. I just don't know. I mean, I'm not trying to be a negative Nancy or kill your dreams. I applaud you for being ambitious, but girl, it's just too much. I mean, I could never see myself doing it. So I guess that makes it really difficult for me to see you doing it. You should give it more thoughts. I just don't want you to be overwhelmed. That's what friends are for, to tell you the truth. Girl, thank you for calling me back. Okay, so you got the scoop. I left it all on your voicemail. So what do you think?
I don't know. I feel like it's just a bit too much right now. You always come up with these plans. I don't know. Can I call you back?
Oh, yeah, sure. Okay.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye. I understand what you're saying, but you have a lot of things going on in your life. You're pretty busy, so adding something else to your plate may be too much, but I don't want to be the one to tell you not to do it, so maybe you should just think about it. You have to make time to work out too, so it's definitely something to think about. When trying to improve your life, real friends encourage, not discourage. And another thing, anything worth having will not come easily. Let me be your proof that when you change your thought process and your surroundings, then everything else in your life starts to change. So basically, I'll start out with my story. So here's what happened. I was accepted into the nurse practitioner program, and at first I was really excited and I was just like, oh my gosh, all of my dreams are coming true. This is really happening. And then I started reading some forums online, and I just wanted to get the experience. I wanted to read about the experiences that other people had. I felt like that will encourage me and give me some little tips for what was to come in my future. Well, a lot of the things I read ended up scaring me and making me feel like the program may have been, I felt like, oh, this program may be too difficult for me. I'm not sure if I'm smart enough. I don't know if I can make it. I started having all of these doubts and fears. And one day I was taking a shower and my husband was in the bathroom with me. And so I said to him, you know, hun, I don't think I'm going to do the program. Now, by this time, I was already accepted into the program and everything. I had gone to the face-to-face interview. They loved me and I was accepted into the program. And I really, honestly, I was not going to do it. So he said to me, why aren't you going to do it? And I said, well, I have a lot of other things that I want to do in my life. I love nursing, but I have other things that I want to do too. And I think this program is going to be so life consuming and hard and stressful. I just don't know if I want to go through with it. I don't think I'm going to do it. And I really wanted his opinion. I needed his opinion. I needed to hear something from someone that could just, I don't know, could give me some encouragement. So my husband said, well, hun, I think you should do it. You should do the MP program. You've been accepted. You can do all of those other things you want to do, but you should really do this. You'll be really good at it. And so maybe I just needed to hear that. And I think that sometimes we do need to we need someone to tell us that we can do it. So I said, okay, I'll try. I'm gonna do it. And I'm so glad I did, because I mean, look at me now, guys. I've been practicing for almost 2 years. So in a nutshell, what I want you guys to take from this video is just basically, when you have plans and you have goals and you start doing your own little research to see, well, what did you experience and what did you experience? Don't take everything at face value. Don't take what everyone says at face value. Don't even take what I say at face value. You have to open yourself up to accepting your own journey. And that is so important, because none of us will have the exact same experiences. Open yourself up to accepting your own journey for what it is. And, have I ever told people the MP program is difficult? Yes, I have, because it is. And is it stressful? Yes, it's very stressful. But I always add this in. It's doable. I did it. Lots of people do it. Look, people are graduating every day. So in spite of the fact that it's a difficult program, it's time consuming, it's life consuming, you're going to want to throw the towel in every other day, it is something that can be done. You work hard, you study hard, and you set your mind on success, and you say, you know what, no matter what happens, I'm going to do this. This was what I set out to do. I'm just as smart as everyone else, and I'm going to do this. So it's all about what goes on in your mind, and it goes on, and it's all about what you take in. I had so many thoughts inside because I had read so many things online about how difficult advanced pharmacology was and how difficult advanced patho was, that the very first few tests I didn't do real well. And I started getting shaky about it. I started getting nervous about it, because if the minimum passing grade you can get is like 85 or 80 or whatever, I think 85, you don't want to get like an 85. You want 100 or you want 95, because you want to give yourself some breathing room. And the first few tests, I felt like, I don't know what's happening. And I was talking to my husband and I said, I'm not doing the best on the first few tests. And he's kind of like, well, you have to get to, you have to get to learn how, you'll get to know how she tests and how she words questions. And as the semester continues, you'll get better. And one thing that I noticed when doing a self-examination was how many negative thoughts I had about advanced patho and about pharmacology. I had this fear that had been instilled in me because of all the things I read online and all of the stories I heard about how hard these classes were. And I kept thinking, well, if they're that hard for everyone else, oh, they're going to be hard for me, and I don't know if I can pass it. And oh, this is yes, it's so difficult. Well, my husband started talking to me about positive thinking. He started talking to me about what I take in. And he started telling me, honey, stop hanging around those people that are always complaining. Stop hanging around those people that are always talking about what's wrong, and I'm going to the dean about this, and that's not right, and this isn't. He said, you need to hang around people that are more positive, and people that are talking about being successful, and people that are talking about, we can do this. He says, that is important. And I started paying attention to some of the books he was reading, and I started reading them, and I started reading a lot about leading a positive life and thinking positive thoughts, and like law of attraction and stuff like that. And my whole life changed. My grades started improving, and I started having more confidence in myself, and I started feeling like I can do this. If everyone else is able to pass these tests, then I may have to study a little bit harder. I may have to work harder, but I can do it too. And things started to change, and I knew nothing can hold me back from accomplishing this goal. Nothing. I don't care if I'm running off of 2 hours of sleep a night. I'm going to understand what's going on. I'm going to be successful. And it's so important. I can't stress how important it is to have this mentality when it comes to anything you're planning on doing. I changed my thoughts. I studied harder. I studied more. I almost got this second wind. And I was just like, you know what? I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up. I can't. Especially after as far as I've come. How can I wimp out now? I've been through hell and back. I am not going to wimp out now. So, I thank my hubby for being that person that was there when I was just ready to quit. I was ready to say, I'm not doing this. I was really going to not do it. And we all need somebody like that in our lives. So if you recognize that you do have a person like that, you should thank them, because it's rare. Most people focus on the negative. You can do it. Focus. Believe in yourself. And when I say that, believe in yourself, I really mean give yourself a chance. I have so many people that email me and send me messages, and a lot of the underlying message and a lot of the messages I get and the emails I get is fear. And it's that people are having a difficult time believing that they can actually do it. In life, we have two choices. You can focus on the good, or you can focus on the bad. So why not expend all of your energy focusing on the good? And I feel like when you do that, so obviously I believe in the law of attraction, when you focus on the good I feel like you're welcoming positive things and good things into your life. But if you haven't ever, I don't know if you've ever noticed that you wake up and you're like, it's a bad day, everything's wrong, everything's going, and then you stub your toe, and then you fall down the stairs, and then the whole day is gone down the drain because you got out of the bed with this negative attitude, and it just seems like one bad thing starts happening after another. But think about the day that you woke up and the sun was shining and you were smiling, and you said to yourself, you know what, today's going to be a good day. I'm not going to let anything get me down. I am going to get a lot of accomplished. And yeah, I'm happy to be here today. I'm happy to be alive. I don't know, the day ends up being almost perfect. So no, every day isn't going to be like this, and we can't choose how every day is going to be. But what I'm trying to say to you guys is that your thought process and your thinking process, whether you're a negative person or a positive person, it has an impact on your life, and that is a fact. So take some time and try to focus on changing how you think and thinking more positively than negatively. Yeah, we all think negative sometimes, but for those of us that understand the power of positive thinking, when we notice that we're thinking a lot of negative thoughts, I try to correct myself, like, well, wait a minute, I have a lot to be thankful for. You know what? Okay, this is fine. And another important thing is surrounding yourself with positive people, people that want the best for you, people that encourage you, people that tell you, you know what, give it a try. I think you can do it. That matters, because energy is contagious. And if you're around someone that has positive energy and they're happy-go-lucky, you feel more positive and you feel more happy. So, you know, and the same for the opposite. If you're always hanging around someone that's a negative Nancy and the sky is always falling down and everything's wrong, then you may find yourself feeling that way as well. So, you know, it's up to us to decide what group of people we want to hang around. And, you know, for me, even my Instagram feed, my Facebook feed, and the videos I look at and all of that stuff, it's mostly full of people that make me feel happy inside and that make me feel like I can do what I want to do and I can be what I want to be. So it matters that when a person is really negative and really nasty, it's just a reflection of what's within. And I thank God that I have this happiness within that no one can take away. And it makes you love life. I mean, and so I do thank him. I thank God for all the blessings in my life, and I thank him for my happiness, because I've never been happier, and I'm just so in love with my life. And you know, the future, I really look forward to it. I know that some great things are going to happen. So on your journey to a happier life, to reaching goals, to accomplishing all that you've ever dreamed of, realize that the people you surround yourself with, thoughts, the energy you take in, all of it matters. It all matters. And that is all I have for you guys today. I hope this video helped someone. I hope that it brightened your day. I'll see you guys later. Love you. Bye. So I drank the tea too fast. I almost killed myself. Oh my gosh. Okay, girl, so what do you think? Is it a good idea?
Mom, please.
Is it a good... Is it a good idea? Should I do it?